What I want to talk about real quick today is as your body starts to recover, other body parts are going to lag. A perfect example is my back is starting to become a little bit stronger, but only the back part. The nerves I can feel kind of regenerating in there, and I think my strength is coming back some. The movement, the natural movement is coming back a little bit, though it takes a lot of work. It's starting to come back some. But you have to be careful because the back and the arms and elbow, they all kind of work together, okay? When you're doing, especially outward movements, if you're doing any kind of raises, you have to realize that there's no strength, no nerve signals going to the elbow. So on the downstroke, this elbow just flaps, just flops there. When you get down to the bottom, it snaps and locks out. You can't, like here, you can control that. Your arm will lock in, but here, it won't. It'll just flop on you. So you have to be careful. And I found that out the other day. It didn't do any injury, but it was beginning to become uncomfortable. And I was kind of wondering what the deal was. And then, of course, I have mirrors and I was watching, and you can literally see that arm, that elbow will go down first, but it won't bring the hand with it. The hand will just stay there and it'll snap on you. So you have to really be careful about doing too much too fast. So I had to dial it back a little bit. So if you do too much too fast, you start to feel good, get a little bit overzealous, I suppose, like things are starting in, but it's a process. And that makes sense as the back is going to start coming in a little bit more as the nerves. The light research I've done on the nerve regeneration order, it seems as if it starts from the back and it gradually comes down. If that's the case, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I did minimal research on it, but that makes sense because it's the brachial plexus pinch, and then everything would naturally progress out farther. So I think the back is starting to come in a little bit, beginning to fire. So everything's a process. Had to back it off a little bit. The strength is coming back in the back slowly. The arm, not so much. And it's about long-term success. And so taking this time to focus, work on the long-term success, the end game, the big plan. So working on that, work with what you've got, but be careful you don't overdo it because you don't want to cause unnecessary injury, because if you think about it, that's just a whole nother thing. You don't need that injury when you've got something you're dealing with already. So be careful of the injury, be cognitive of your movements and your motions. If you can, think about what may happen before you pick up an exercise band or a lightweight or a flex bar. You know, think about what might happen, what might transpire with the movement. And I have found anything with me, anything further than this arm wants to just flop down. Just there's no strength. It's just lay out. So any movement that I start going out, I have to think about, am I going to be able to, do I use my right hand as an assist, or do I not do the movement at all? Usually I have the right hand as an assist on it, because then you're still working it. But sometimes it seems it's futile, because if there's no nerve signal there, you really can't work that muscle. But you also have to keep that muscle moving. You have to keep the blood flow through it. You have to keep going through the natural motions of it. You have to work it the best you can to keep it there. So when the nerves decide they're there and they're ready, the muscle will be ready. So that's the goal. So we shall see.